everybody, this is Caron, your ATX lady. Join me over in the craft room today as I share with you how I created this card for our December 2023 Roll of the Die YouTube Hop. Hello friends! This is Caron, ATX Stamping Lady, independent demonstrator with Stampin Up, and I'm excited to be with you guys today for our monthly Roll of the Die series. Now, every month, the second Sunday of the month, the Stamp Time with Friend design team, we get together and we create for you some projects featuring elements rolled from the die. Well, who are we going to expect projects from this month? We are going to expect projects from myself, Caron Bailey, Martinette, not Martinette's not with us today, Tamika Morris, Tiffany McGill, and Valerie Powell. Those will be the design team members that are participating in the Roll of the Die this month. We should be able to see Martinette next month and see what she joins us with. So, what elements did the die roll last month that we are going to share with you today? Well, the dies roll the elements clean and simple, masculine, regals, sponging, and punches. So everything that each of the design team members create for you today has to feature all of those elements in some way, shape, or form. So I'm excited to share with you the projects that I'm going to make. Well, before I share with you the projects, let me tell you the products that I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using the By My Side stamp set. And this is featured on page 61 of the annual catalog. You know, I tabbed this page for a reason and I never use the tab. I don't know why. But it's on page 61 of the annual catalog. It is a cling mount stamp set. It is a $22 set. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Take a look at this. There are 10 cling stamps in there. And it is perfect for any and every occasion. The other stamp set that I'm going to use is one of our newest products in our online exclusives. This is the Of Art and Texture stamp set. Now, if you're not familiar, our online exclusive products are those products that Stampin' Up is making that you will never find them in a catalog. You can only find them as part of the online exclusive projects, and some of them are while supplies last. So if you enjoy the projects that I create for you tonight, featuring any of these items, the host code is listed in the top left hand corner. Take a look and make sure to use that host code when you shop. So let me tell you the other things that we're going to need besides the stamp set. And this is going to be so simple, you guys. We're going to need a piece of cardstock, basic white. That's 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to need another piece for our card base. That's 8 1/2 by 11. I'm sorry, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. I don't know why I did that. 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 scored at 4 1/4. Let me fix that so that if you're copying it, you can see 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 scored at 4 1/4 on the 8 1/2 inch side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and burnish this fold and put this guy aside because we're not going to need him for just a little bit, okay? Now, one of the things that I'm using basic white thick cardstock for my base. And because I'm using that, I want to make sure that I burnish the fold just a little bit more so you see it stays a little bit flatter, right? So that's tip number 1 for today's projects. All right, so on this card base, we're going to use, so the Regal colors, let me go ahead and back up that for a little bit. So our Regal colors include Cherry Cobbler, Real Red, Cajun Craze, Crushed Curry, Old Olive, Garden Green, Shaded Spruce, Pretty Peacock, Blueberry Bushel, and Gorgeous Grape. Those are the colors that's in our the Regal family. So what we're going to do, our card is going to be in horizontal orientation. That's the first thing that we decided, and that's how we're going to keep that, okay? I don't know why I look crooked. Why do I look crooked, y'all? Is that better? All right, so we're going to keep our our basic white piece that is 4 by 5 1/4. Now, I've done a project similar to this before, and I absolutely love what I'm going to do, right? So it's so simple, but it is also it also just gives you just a beautiful card. So let's take a look and decide which one of these textured items or images that we want to use for our projects. I think I want to go with this one. I'm not sure why, but I think I want this one. Let's go with this one. If we don't like it, we can make another one, right? Always have that ability to do that, right? So let's go ahead and put that aside. I've already stamped our image from the and so I'm going to go ahead and color this. Now this is also going to be colored with the blends from the Regals collection. All right. So for his skin and texture, I'm gonna use. Let's see. What am I gonna use? Let's bring out our neutrals blends, and I'm gonna use the 800 and the 600. Let's see if those work well together. Okay, I think those might. So this is going to be I stamped the image, and I stamped this in VersaFine, and I heat set it. Just to make sure that it dried properly, okay? And I'm going to be using a retired punch, which I think will be perfect for this project. I'm going to switch up my pen a little bit. I'm going to use the bullet tip because I'm going into a finer spot. And then I'm going to come in with the 600. And I'm just going to add a little bit of accent or highlight. Now what I'm doing here is I'm adding, so I'm going to say the sun is coming in from the right side. So if the sun is coming in this way, and it's going to hit right here, so this is going to be the lightest, it's going to be darker, so my shadows will be more on this side. Okay. Add a little. Then I'm just going to blend this out just a tad. Back in with the 800 so I can blend out the 600. everything out just a tad. Okay. For the hair, I'm going to use a little bit of crushed curry. And I'm going to go in with my, do I want him to be a blonde? Nah. Let's go with our Calypso Coral. Where's my Cajun Craze? There's my Cajun Craze. Oh, I have my colors mixed. There's my dark Cajun Craze. Where's my light Cajun Craze? Did I mismark them? Huh. Okay. Bring back in the Ivory Stampin' Blend. I'm going to go in with my color lifter, because I've gone in and I've colored outside the lines just a little bit. And so I'm going to go in with the color lift. Ooh, Lordy. I didn't mean to do that. I'm just going to take some of the color from where it bled out. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit of blue. For his jeans. And this is the dark blueberry bushel. Now remember, sunlight's coming in this way, right? Alright. Now we're almost done with just coloring our imagery, and so we're going to set this aside, because we're definitely going to end up fussy cutting them just a little bit, because there is no punch for this. Oh my god, what did I do here? It is light. Now I'm going to go back in with the color lifter. And I want to blend a little bit of it out. Just a little bit. There we go. Then I'm going to go back in with my 800. Just to bring a bit of the color back in. Perfect. And that's how quick we colored our image, right? So let's put these guys aside, put them away. Put that away. Put this away. And then I gotta go make sure I find my Cajun Craze. Anyway, so this is done. Now we get to the fun part. We're going to bring this guy right back in. And with this guy, we're going to bring out, again, we've done this before, but I love it. And I thought it was perfect for today's project. So we're going to go with Let's start with Real Red. We're gonna do Calypso Coral. I'm sorry, Crushed Curry. I want to go with the Shaded Spruce. Blueberry Bushel. And Gorgeous Grape. So we're going to use all of these colors, y'all. One by one. I'm excited. All right. So here we go. What's she doing? What's she doing? I love to buy these textured elements. I sure do. Okay. So here's our Real Red. And we have, were we even here? And we're just gonna pick a spot. Probably should have done Cherry Cobbler. Now with this particular image, you guys, you can actually do every single color in the collection, but I'm only gonna pick a couple of them, okay? And then I'm just gonna clean. You have to clean them in between so that they don't do color transfer. Okay. Probably should have started with my Crushed Curry, but that's okay. That is okay. I think I want to do, let's go with green. Maybe have the lightest color be in the middle, right? So this is Shaded Spruce. And I'm gonna make sure I have a little bit of overlap. Just a little bit. And I'm gonna stagger. I might bring the rest of them in too. I don't know. I'm just having so much fun with this. Then I'm gonna put my Crushed Curry in the middle. And again, I didn't do this in any particular rainbow order or anything like that. I just did not do that. But you can align your colors however you would like to align your colors, and it makes sense for your image when you recreate this, okay? Now we're gonna go in with our our Crushed Curry. I don't know why I keep wanting to call this Daffodil Delight. Okay, and again, I'm making sure that we overlap and stagger our colors so we have color and images everywhere. Hadn't planned on using it, but I'm gonna bring in my Cajun Craze because I have space for it. A little bit of Cajun Craze up here. I think the next color I'm going to use is the Blueberry Bushel, and then I'm going to finish it off with the Gorgeous Grape. So we've got our Regals that we've used. We have our masculine element. We're going to get to our sponging. Just a little bit. And then we have one more color, the Gorgeous Grape, that we're going to use. Okay. And that's it. We're going to use our colors. We're done with this part for now. Okay. That's it. I think, the only color I did not, there's two colors I did not use. And I'm only gonna use them because I want to make sure that I have color. Same way I went to the edge here, I want to make sure that I have that same vibe going on the other side. So it's my cherry, oh no, I don't want cherry cobbler to go right next to it. So I'm gonna grab out my, let's go with garden green. I know, two greens together. It's okay. And then let's have this guy be here. Okay? There we go. Perfect. So this is done. So now let's grab our young man and we're gonna fussy cut him. And his little dog, which I didn't color. Now let me share with you another tip about coloring. And this is something that sometimes it's very difficult for me to keep in my own brain. So you do not have to, when you're coloring, you don't have to add color to every single area. You can leave some white space. You know, like maybe I don't color his hair or his shoes. I could leave something white space. Alright. I do that a lot sometimes when I don't feel like messing with stuff. And I think I like it better that way. That's a tip, another tip, tip number 2 for the night. And as always, I'm going to remind you of the tip for fussy cutting. When you fussy cut, it's best to, your non-dominant hand is the hand that should be moving your paper. You should not move your snips. Maybe you adjust it just for, you know, to get the blade in, but when you want to move the cardstock, you use the non-dominant hand to turn. You will find that if you do that and you keep that in mind, you will finish, you will get it's easier to maintain somewhat of a more consistent border around your image. Like I've done here. Okay. So we've cut out our little guy. Now the only reason I'm debating about the dog, alright, is I have, what did I do with it? So we have this cute little punch. Now this is a retired punch from the from Stampin' Up. Oh, do I want to use? Oh, change of plans. I think I'm gonna use the other dog. Also retired, and this is from the Christmas Scotty bundle. Okay. So that's the dog I'm going to use. I'm not going to use the other dog. I'm going to use this one. Now all I want is the dog. I'm sure I'll get the rest, the butterfly or the bow. Alright. So we've got our little dog. And I need a bow. Let's cut this bow out of sure the doggy has his little bow. Alrighty. Give me just 1 minute, you guys. Seems like I've frozen for a little bit. Bear with me. Bear with me. I think we're back. Alright, we seem to be frozen, y'all. I'm not sure why. Having a little technical difficulties here. There we go. Now we're back. So if you missed it, I got the little terrier from Scotty from Retired Stamp Set. This was a 2022 bundle from the Christmas Scotty, and it's called the Scotty Dog Punch. It's retired, but when I needed a punch and I was going to use the boy and the dog anyway, it just made perfect sense to me for me to use this one. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to put this here. And again, I had already stamped out the sentiment also from the By Your Side. And again, the By Your Side is featured on page 61 of the annual catalog. Now this die is from the, oh my gosh, what set is this from? Another retired set. I love the dies, and it's called Peaceful Moments. Okay, now I'm going to teach you another trick. When you want to mat, but your set only has one, we're going to just punch the color in the, punch the matte layer, whatever it is you want to mat, and you're going to punch it in the same color, or in your matte color, same one, and you're going to cut it in half. Okay. And this is how we're going to create our matte layer. Okay. And then we're going to just get ready to put this together, guys. We are almost finished with this card. Don't forget to go ahead and check out the other the artisans to see what they have also created for you today with the elements featured. Now the elements featured, one more time, it is the we have to keep the card clean and simple. And clean and simple for me means white. It doesn't mean the same thing for everybody, but for me that means a white, mainly a lot of white space. Then the other thing was masculine card. We have to do some sponging. We had to use the Stampin' Up! Regal colors. And let's see, I think that was all the elements. Punches, regals, masculine, and clean and simple. So now we've got our mat, you guys, and we didn't have a piece that was even half bigger. We just used the same size, the same die. What did I just do with my needle here? All right. So now, here's what we're gonna do. I am gonna keep his little bow. I think it's cute. So I am gonna keep his bow. And I'm gonna bring in my CO Plus. You can also use liquid glue. You can use liquid glue, you can use glue dots. Whatever it is you choose to use, you can use that. I don't know where my tweezers disappeared to. And I'm just going to attach his little bow just to make him a little sexier. And I'm going to attach the dog to the card base, or to the image base. Make sure he's squared away. And they're going to be walking through some color. I got to ground them. All right. Got to make sure he's grounded. I'm going to put him in position first. Oops. Got to make sure it's straight. So we're going to put him here. Okay. Do I want to color his hair? I don't think so. Let's do it. Let's color his hair wild wheat. Wasn't sure I was going to color his hair, but I just decided to. So let's just get that done. Okay. Now, I absolutely love that I use the Scotty Punch, because I got that stamp set, you guys, and I used it like maybe once, that bundle. And, you know, I do love when I can break out some of my retired pieces and just use it. I try not to demo a lot of retired products in videos, just because I want to make sure that when you guys see what I'm creating, if you like it, you're able to purchase it. But sometimes I just have to bring it out. Sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. You guys, if you do need to reach me, as you can see that scrolling across the ticker tape on the bottom, here's my email. So please reach out to me by email. I would love to interact with you. There we go. And don't forget to check out the videos from the other the artisans. Check them out. Don't forget to leave a comment. You guys, when we do these videos, we're not, it's not monetary for us, at least it's not really monetary, and we do it because we enjoy sharing our projects with you, and a kind word from you guys regarding how we're doing, what you think about our projects, not only makes us feel good, but it also gets you into the drawing to receive this card. When you comment, your name is entered into a drawing to receive the card made during the video presentation, okay? Now, if you're watching the replay, don't forget to comment #replay. You too will also be entered into the drawing, okay? Now, the last chance to enter the drawing is by Wednesday. If you're watching Wednesday, oh my gosh, what is Wednesday's date? Wednesday the 13th of December. So comment by Wednesday the 13th of December in order to be entered into the drawing to win, to receive today's card. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do, because I love to have sparkle, is I'm going to go in with a Wink of Stella or a glitter pen and just add a little bit of color, like so. Boom. I love glitter. I love glitz and glimmer. Now, the one element I did not do was sponging. Here's where we're going to sponge. Before we add our card to the card base, I'm going to bring in my sponge dauber. I can't find my blue one, so I'm cleaning this one. And I'm going to come in with my blueberry bushel, and I'm going to sponge all I'm going to do is add a little bit of sponging along my edges. Now, what does this do? It adds a little bit of a vintagey look to it, but it also makes it look like I'm giving it I've matted it as well. So that's another thing, another tip. If you want to matte your project, but you don't want to actually matte your project, go ahead with a finger dauber or anything like that and just add a little bit around the edges like I'm doing. And it sure does look like I matte with blueberry bushel cardstock, even though I have not. There we go. That's our sponge. Alright, the last thing I'm going to do for you tonight, or for this card, is I'm going to put some dimensionals on it, some foam tape. And then we're going to pop it up on our card base. bring back in our sentiment or our card base. And again, this is basic white thick. Remove our release paper. Making sure that we ensure that our card is opening the right direction. And then we're just going to adhere this to the base. Like that. And just like that, we have our card. And our sentiment says, life is better with friends like you. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so again, we've got our elements. We've used our regal colors. We've got our punched elements, masculine, and it's clean and simple. And we used our punch. All right, guys, thank you for joining us. Again, don't forget to check out the other artisans to see what they've created for you. Don't forget, stick around to the last one and you'll see what the dies were rolled for January of 2024. Stick with us. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to like and share my videos.